Greetings from the Asian Productivity Organization, and welcome to APO Productivity Talk, a series of discussion and conversations with international experts on productivity-related topics. I am No Miyama, Program Officer at APO Secretariat, based in Tokyo, Japan, and the moderator for today's session. Today's P-Talk explores the topic, digital innovation, the OneService app in Singapore. Municipal services are essential for maintaining the quality of life in urban areas. The OneService app, launched by the Municipal Service Office MSO in Singapore, is a prime example of how digital innovation can enhance the coordination and delivery of these services. This app allows residents to report municipal issues directly from their smartphones, ensuring that appropriate agencies can respond promptly and efficiently. Let's dive into the impacts of this innovation and how it has transformed municipal service delivery in Singapore with our speaker, Dr. Sabrina Luk. Welcome, Dr. Luk. It's great to have you with us. How are you?
I'm fine, Nobu. I'm happy to see you. Yeah.
Thank you. And we are very happy to see you as well. Before we start, I would like to give our viewers a brief profile of our speaker today. Dr. Sabrina Luk is an esteemed assistant professor at the School of Social Science, Nanyang Technological University. Dr. Luk holds a PhD in political science and international studies from the University of Birmingham and has extensive research experience in smart nations, healthy aging, and health finance reforms. Her work has significantly contributed to understanding how to promote sustainable healthcare systems and smart nation initiatives. Once again, thank you for joining us today, Dr. Luk. We are eager to hear your insights, so please start your presentation.
Thanks, Nobu, for your kind introduction. It's my pleasure to give a talk on digital innovation using the OneService app in Singapore as an example. Here, I would like to thank Asian Productivity Organization for providing a platform for me to reach out to more audience. Here, I would also like to thank the Municipal Services Office for its assistance and the permission to use the screenshots of the OneService app for this talk. I've been doing research on e-government for 20 years. The OneService app is my favorite case study. Through today's talk, I hope to help the audience understand how the MSO uses mobile app to offer innovative solutions to solve some complex challenges in Singapore. So to give you some background information, the Municipal Service Offices was set up in October 2014 to improve the overall coordination and delivery of municipal services to residents in Singapore. It comes under the Ministry of National Development. OneService app was launched in January 2015 by the MSO. It is free to download from the Apple App Store and Google Play. It contains several key features, which include submit case, help labor, and book facility. Due to time constraint, I will focus on the submit case and help labor features of the OneService app. Here, you can see that the OneService app contains several key features, which includes a submit case, help labor, and book facility. So for the submit case feature, it actually enables users to report municipal issues without having to know which government agencies to approach. Before the launch of the OneService app, residents could report municipal issues through emails, phone calls, or visits to town councils or government agencies. However, traditional ways of reporting municipal issues have some limitation. First, residents could only call or visit town councils or government agencies during operation hours. Second, some residents may not know which government agency can best address the municipal issue they encounter because they don't clearly understand the roles and responsibilities of all government agencies. They could only find out the right government agency to handle the municipal issues after making several call attempts or email attempts. Third, some problems are complex in nature, which have to be addressed through collective efforts of various government agencies or other organizations. So let me further illustrate the third point by using pigeon nuisance as an example. So pigeon nuisance, which can pose health risks to humans and cause hygiene issues, require the collective efforts of national park boards, NParks for short, town councils, and other agencies. NPark is responsible for taking enforcement actions against illegal bird feeding. In Singapore, any person caught feeding pigeon can be fined up to 5,000 Sing dollars, which is equivalent to 3,700 US dollar for the first offense, and up to 10,000 Sing dollar, which is equivalent to 7,400 US dollar for subsequent offenses under the Wildlife Act. When handling repeat offending, NParks would work with the MSO, town councils, people's association, and the agency for integrated care to understand the motivations of repeat offenders of illegal bird feeding. It may offer bird feeders some nature-based activities such as community gardening and bird watching as alternatives to bird feeding. NPark also works with town councils to manage the pigeon population through public education and other measures. As for Singapore Food Agency, it is responsible for carrying out food source reduction measures, such as managing food waste properly at food court or at bin center to reduce the growth of the pigeon population. So for residents whose window or laundry are dirtied by pigeon droppings, they may only use email or phone calls to report pigeon nuisance to town council. So this is the traditional way of how a resident report pigeon nuisance. It's actually impossible and time-consuming for residents to report pigeon nuisance to any other relevant agencies. Hence, the launch of the OneService app by the MSO enable users to use the app as a single platform to report municipal issues without having to find out which town council or agency is in charge. Users can select from 14 categories organized according to issues such as cleanliness, illegal parkings, before proceeding to provide further details. So on the back end, an integrated case management system was built to link the feedback management system of 17 councils and 10 agencies. It uses artificial intelligence for case routing. So statistics show that about 90% of the case submitted through the app can be automatically directed to different agencies or town councils. The remaining cases are assigned to the right agency with the help of the MSO and human judgment. An escalation protocol is established for managing ambiguous or complex cases which require the MSO attention and follow-up. For complex cases involving multiple agencies, the MSO appoints an agency as the first responder, which is the lead agency, to respond to such cases so that better coordination among agencies could be achieved. For example, the Land Transport Authority would be the lead agency to deal with cases related to maintenance of footpaths, staircase, or overhead bridges. So the slide here shows that the OneService app enables users to submit feedback on 14 categories of municipal issues. An icon is assigned to each category. Each category consists of several subcategories. For example, the category of pest control consists of 5 subcategories, including cockroaches, mosquitoes, rodents in common areas, rodents in food establishment, or bees. So according to MSO, About 2,800 cases were submitted through the app within the first month after the launch of this app. Most of the municipal issues submitted to the OneService app fell under the categories of cleanliness, roads and footpaths, and pest. So here I want to explain the subcategory of mosquito further to help the audience understand how the provision of this subcategory is conducive to preventing and controlling dengue in Singapore. So dengue is a viral infection transmitted to humans through the bites of infected Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. And it has been an endemic in Singapore for a few decades. Singapore's tropical weather, tropical climate and its high population density make it a prime breeding ground for Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. In 2020, Singapore experienced the worst dengue outbreak in history with over 35,000 cases and 32 deaths. Extreme weather in recent years had led to a drastic increase in dengue cases in Singapore. Singapore's cumulative number of dengue cases reached almost 9,000 in the second quarter of 2024. Active dengue clusters are found in several areas, posing a public health challenge to residents. In Singapore, the National Environment Agency, NEA, spearheads dengue control and work closely with other ministries such as the Ministry of Health, town council, academic institution, community association, and the private sector to carry out dengue control measures. Reducing Aedes aegypti mosquitoes is the primary focus of NEA's dengue control measures. The annual National Dengue Prevention Campaign, which is NEA's key outreach and engagement program on dengue, can increase public awareness on dengue prevention and actually encourage residents to actively help prevent dengue case by taking precaution inside and outside their homes to prevent mosquito breeding. So that's why the provision of the subcategory of mosquito by the OneService app empowers residents to play an active role in reducing Aedes aegypti mosquito or other types of mosquito by reporting mosquito breeding sites or habitats in public areas. The app is easy to use, so users only need to remember 3S, which refer to spot, shoot, and send. So 3S. So for example, if residents happen to spot a mosquito breeding habitats in public area, such as cover perimeter drains, they can use the OneService app, shoot a photo of the cover perimeter drains, and send the feedback to some important information, such as where and when they spot the mosquito breeding habitat to the agency. The geotagging function of the OneService app enables the agency to pinpoint the exact location of the reported incidents. It can ensure accuracy and precision. In short, app users just need to spot, shoot, and send without having to worry which agency is responsible for eliminating mosquito breeding habitats. And then there's also the case tracking feature, which enable users to independently monitor the progress of the case they submitted. Users would receive an acknowledgement when the case is being processed, a notice when the agency is working on it, and another notice when the case is closed. So when the case is resolved, a user can use a 5-star rating scale to assess his or her satisfaction with the experience of how his or her case is handled by the agency. So here is another example that I really want to share with you because it is a very common phenomenon. So here I want to explain how the launch of the OneService app helped tackle the problem of abandoned supermarket trolley in Singapore. So in Singapore, supermarket trolleys are abandoned daily at the side of the road, on the ground floor of housing estate, in common corridors, or in other public areas. Abandoned supermarket trolley can cause obstruction because of blocking the ways of pedestrian, bicycles, and wheelchair users if the row of trolley is too long. So some of the trolleys are used as litter dump at the side of the road, which makes the road visually unpleasant and adversely affect the environment. So the photo here, which were taken by me, right, shows that two supermarket trolley were chained together and abandoned in a pedestrian overhead bridge. So you may want to ask, why are trolleys abandoned, on the streets or in a public area? So this is because customer push the trolley filled with grocery home and subsequently abandon the trolley out of convenience without returning it to the supermarket. And some customer even keep the trolley for personal use. So most supermarket trolley are abandoned on street during festive seasons such as Christmas and the Chinese New Year. As a result, supermarket staff have to do the trolley retrieval. Retrieval runs, they do the trolley retrieval runs every morning and every afternoon. And each runs actually takes about 2 hours. Sometimes it may be even longer. It's quite challenging for supermarket staff to push a row of trolley back to the mall on foot. Because some wheels of the supermarket trolley don't go in the right direction, and the row or pathway are not always level. So the cost of a supermarket trolley can be very expensive. So it actually ranges from 120 to 200 Sing dollars. And then the trolley retrieval runs actually waste manpower, time, and money. And so it's a very labor intensive work. So that's why in 2016, a major supermarket chain in Singapore said in a press release that it lost about 1,000 trolley in 2015, and it cost the organization more than 150,000 Sing dollars in replacement, repairs, and manpower required for the retrieval of abandoned supermarket trolleys. To solve the problem, of abandoned trolley, the MSO worked together with 5 supermarket chains to introduce the category of abandoned trolley in the OneService app in April 2016. And then a few years later, furniture chain IKEA came on board. And then so feedback sent through this category go directly to the supermarket to help the staff retrieve the trolley in a timely manner. So according to some statistics released by the MSO, so in 2019, the MSO received over 5,400 reports of abandoned trolley through the app. In 2021, it received over 6,500 reports of abandoned trolley through the app. So the spokesperson of a supermarket chain said that the launch of the OneService app has greatly helped the supermarket chain retrieve abandoned trolley around the estate because the app enables users to accurately report the location of the trolley. In fact, allowing users to report abandoned trolley is a crowdsourcing feature of the OneService app. So what do I mean by crowdsourcing feature? Because it actually allows, the supermarket chain to save time and money to find out abandoned supermarket trolley around the neighborhood by leveraging the power of the masses. And then here, the masses refers to the users of the OneService app who provide the information of abandoned supermarket trolley to through the app. So that's why the problem of abandoned trolleys has not been fully resolved, but with the help of the app, actually the situation has improved. So public education and being socially responsible are key to addressing this problem, but I do see there is improvement. So after using the examples of dengue control and abandoned supermarket trolley to illustrate the submit case feature of the OneService app, I want to proceed to explain the help labor feature. And then, so what is the help labor feature? So it was piloted in late June 2021 It was introduced by the NSO in collaboration with the Ministry of Social and Family Development and the Agency for Integrated Care. It enabled app users to quickly and directly refer people in need to social services agencies, so that the agency can engage and provide proper assistance to these people. App users are encouraged to make initial contacts with the person perceived in need, so as to better understand his or her situation and whether assistance is necessary. They can submit a report on rub slippers, okay, cardboard collector, tissue paper sellers, older adult, or other people in need through the help labor feature. And then the report contains the photos of the person in need, which is optional, and the surrounding photo is mandatory. And then it also required users to report the personal information about the person in need, including age, the gender, race, day and time, and places where app users encounter the person in need. Similar to the submit case feature, the help labor feature allow app users to pinpoint the exact location where they encounter the people in need by using the geotagging function of the app. So app users would receive an acknowledgement message on the app, as well as an acknowledgement email after the case is successfully submitted. And then the help labor feature help complement existing channel which reach out to people in need through social service agencies, volunteers, and community partners. Statistics released in August 2021 show that 40% of the cases submitted through the app were new cases, while the rest were already known to social service agencies. This indicates that the app user can assist social service agencies to locate more people in need by using the help labor feature. And then finally, I also want to talk about how the OneService app serves as a useful platform to help families and caregivers find missing people with dementia. In Singapore, so dementia is a syndrome associated with a progressive decline in cognitive ability. People with dementia become confused about time and place. Hence, it's common for them to wander away from home or get lost. In Singapore, 1 in every 10 older adults age 60 years and above has dementia. The number of people with dementia has increased over the past 12 years and is projected to reach to more than 130,000 by 2030 and 187,000 by 2050. In Singapore, traditional ways used by caregiver to find missing person with dementia are searches on foot, posting an appeal on social media platforms such as Facebook, or filing a missing person report at a local police station. But mobile application offers a better alternative to caregivers to report missing people with dementia. So Cara, which was launched by Dementia Singapore in late November 2021, is a mobile application providing personalized membership support across living and caring for dementia. The app has a report missing person feature, which allows caregivers to submit a report which contains photos and personal details of missing person with dementia, such as their name, physical or behavioral traits, last known attire, last seen date, time, and location. Once a missing person report is submitted through a Cara app, push notification would be sent to all Cara app users to view the report and help find the missing person with dementia. Push notification would also be sent to all Cara app users once the missing person with dementia is found. As of January 2024, there are over 7,000 Cara app users. So what happened was that last year, Dementia Singapore formed a strategic partnership with the MSO to expand the network of finding missing person with dementia. Starting from February 2023, the OneService app, which has over 500,000 users, becomes an additional notification platform to broadcast reports of missing person with dementia submitted through the Kara app. So it it uses push notification to instantly inform app users about the missing person with dementia, even when users are not actively using the app. So this helps extend support to caregivers of missing person with dementia when the OneService app users also join to carry out a search for a missing person with dementia, or they may provide useful information on the whereabouts of the missing person with dementia. So again, OneService app users' assistant in the search process can increase the chance of locating a missing person with dementia and reuniting them with their caregiver quickly. So since its launch, the OneService app has benefited users, the MSO, and other public agencies. The app is user-friendly and easy to use. It creates a seamless user experience. Statistics shows that the OneService app has been popular. The number of registered users of the OneService app increased from over 35,000 in 2015 to over 500,000 in 2023. Besides, the number of cases reported through the OneService app drastically increased from 15,000 in 2015 to 1.7 million in 2023. For the MSO and other public agencies, the OneService app enhances efficiency. The use of AI for case routing helps save an estimated 175 man days per month. It frees up workers' time so that they can focus on resolving municipal issues on the ground. The app also improves government agencies' responsiveness to deal with municipal issues. The number of working days required to solve a case involving more than one agency decreases from 19 days to 10 days. So if the audience are interested in knowing more about the creation of smart city in Singapore, they can read my work on Singapore after Lee Kuan Yew. And if the audience are interested in knowing more about how technology can be used to improve the well-being of older adults in Singapore, they can read my work on healthy aging in Singapore. So that's the end of my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Luk, for your informative presentation highlighting how digital innovation through the OneService app has transformed municipal services in Singapore. You mentioned the app application to address the issue of people with dementia. Last week in Japan, we had a news that over 19,000 people with dementia reported missing in 2023 in Japan. So we really hope that Japan can use this kind of app as well.
Yeah,
okay, so now...
so there's something that I want to share with you. Because talking about how to find missing person with dementia, I mean, the traditional way is to approach the police officer and then file a missing report. But I mean, if you think about the increasing trend of the number of people with dementia in Singapore or Japan, so it may be quite difficult, right, to keep filing a missing report with people with dementia. So that's why I think the collaboration, okay, between MSO and then Dementia Singapore actually is about mobilizing the community to help search for people with dementia without actually relying too much on police officer. So I think this is a very innovative solution in Singapore. Yeah, for your reference.
Thank you. Thank you. It is really a good reference for other countries as well. Thank you so much. So now we like to move on to the Q&A sessions. So the first question is, what would you think would be the critical success factors that one app has been successful?
I think there are four factors, okay, that lead to a successful implementation of the OneService app. And then I think the first key factor is about the user-centric design of the app. So basically, it's about understanding, the needs of residents. So services are supposed to design around the needs of residents instead of around the need of the administration. So what I try to say is that so navigation is supposed to be intuitive and then easy and seamless. And then so users can move through the app and access different features quickly. The OneService app enables citizens to have a more direct interaction with town councils and agencies and make the user-centric delivery of municipal service possible. So I think the first key factor is about user-centric design of the app. And then so another key factor, which is also important, is about effort expectancy, something about effort expectancy. So the OneService app serves as a consolidated touchpoint for users to report municipal issues without having to know which government agencies is in charge. So it provides a seamless user experience from beginning to end and results in reducing administrative burden on citizens. So compared to traditional methods such as email, phone calls, the use of OneService app required less physical and mental efforts when interacting with government agencies. So with the OneService app, users can access their account anytime, anywhere. And then the case tracking function provide updates on the status of each individual case submitted through the app. It can avoid users having repetitive email or call queries on the progress of the case. So it actually reassure users that their cases are handled with care and help give users peace of mind and instill a sense of reliability and transparency. Okay, so this is about effort expectancy. And then the third key factor is about the crowdsourcing feature, okay, of this app. And then so the crowdsourcing feature of the app actually is about empowerment, right? So the app empowers users to assume greater ownership over the community, okay? So it encourages citizens to step out. So it actually encourages citizens to step up, okay, to step up when they see someone needs assistance, right? So like the help labor feature. So it actually gives users a sense of purpose and responsibility to create a better community. So I think this is also something good about the OneService app. It's about making use of the crowdsourcing feature to empower users and then to step up, okay, to assume greater ownership over the community. And then finally, I think it's about how the app is effective in breaking down data silo in government. So on the back end, the integrated case management system breaks down data silo in government by linking the feedback management system of 17 town councils and 11 agencies. So it actually enables interoperability, which can facilitate data sharing across agencies, cross-boundary collaboration, and organizational learning. It also enhances efficiency in public administration because data redundancy and duplicated workflow was removed. So that's why the outcome is that agencies in general become high performing. So I think these are the four key factors which lead to the successful implementation of the OneService app.
Thank you. So the next question is actually related to the first questions. So if another country we like to introduce similar app, what would be the key factors and how to motivate citizens to utilize this app like Singaporean?
Okay. So there is a report on the state of mobile internet connectivity 2023. This is published by the GSMA. And then the report found that, okay, 4.6 million people, which account for 57% of the global population, actually uses mobile internet. So that's why if you want to ensure that the launch of the app is possible, at first I think there must be mobile internet connectivity, the country must be covered by mobile broadband networks. And then the second thing is that the majority of the population must own a smartphone, which is how most people are accessing mobile internet. But I think, so these are the conditions that must be fulfilled, right, before you can launch this mobile app. But then I think the most important factor is about digital leadership. And then, so what do I mean by digital leadership? So it's about the ability of leaders to identify and realize opportunities to create value through the effective, efficient, and acceptable use of technology. So this is how some studies, okay, on digital leadership, okay, discuss, okay, the importance of digital leadership. And then, so for studies on digital leadership in the public sector, they highlight, right, that leaders need to have a clear vision of how digital technology or mobile technology can help their organizations achieve its goals and objectives. And they have to identify the potential benefits and challenges of digital transformation. Okay, so they need to establish a long-term plan for implementation, and they need to know how technology can be integrated into their organization's operation and can be used to improve service and citizen engagement. And then, so if there is digital leadership, and then of course, then what we need to know is whether citizens or the general public, they are equipped with the digital skills and literacy necessary to use the mobile app. And then, of course, and then the design of the mobile app, if it's easy to use, is good, okay? Because I think as a user, like what I say, I think nowadays, the creation of the mobile app is to provide an alternative, okay, for citizens to obtain public services, okay, or report some issues, okay, to government agency. It's not about using the mobile app to replace, okay, the traditional ways of how people interact with government. But as a users, I hope that this app will be easy to use. I simply don't want to waste my time reading 30-page, 40-page menu before I can know how to use, okay, the app, because I will feel very frustrated, okay, about this. And then technology is supposed to bring convenience to people instead of making people feel that, well, it's difficult to use. So that's why in many occasions when I teach undergraduate or graduate module on e-government, or in some public occasion when I deliver speech, I share with students and audience that most of the time when the government, okay, they introduce a technology or a system, it's not the most expensive one, it's the best system, okay? The most expensive system, the perfect system may not be the best system. I think, but I think is whether a system, okay, or the app, okay, once introduced, can lead to a win-win situation, okay, for both parties. I mean, like the government agencies or the public. And then, so that's why I think if you want, okay, citizens, you create something, okay, you create the app. Of course, you want people to use it, okay. Otherwise, why you want to introduce like the app from the beginning, right? So that's why I think here 3 A's, okay, are very important. And then 3 A's refers to awareness, acceptance, and adoption. And then so when I talk about awareness, it's actually about the familiarity of the public with the mobile application. So for example, if this is OneService App, so can the public recognize the mobile app by its name? Okay, OneService App, oh yeah, I know. And then you can even generate discussion about the app because you use it, okay, you're aware of this app. So you're aware of it is important, but it's also important to accept, right, the use of this app. So there are many channels, right? Why I should use, okay, the mobile app to obtain services or report municipal issue. So it's about so acceptance is about the willingness to use the app, and it can depends on a user's perceived usefulness or perceived ease of use, okay, of the app. And then finally, it's about adoption. So it's about the actual use of the app. And then, so when I talk about adoption, it's not about adopting the app in an ad hoc manner, but it's more about in the long run, okay, whether people feel comfortable with using this app, okay, in the long run, like this become an everyday habit, okay, it's a habit. So this is why I think this is about 3A. So that's why that actually, again, it depends on the social economic circumstances, okay, of this country. Like what I said, some of the service may not be suitable, okay, to be put online, or because it's again the nature of it. If the kind of service to is good, okay, to rely on kind of service to deliver this service, then it may not be necessary, okay, to put it online, okay. So that's why you want to so that's why I say that digital leadership is important, because you want to make sure that, okay, whether you effectively, okay, use, okay, the technology, okay, the app, to deliver values, okay, or some benefits, okay, to citizens. Yeah. So, and then again, I think so that's why I hope that through the case of the OneService app, I can help provide a more comprehensive picture, okay, about what digital innovation means. Yeah. So so this is my sharing with the audience.
Thank you very much, Professor Luk. Very inspirational and informative P-Talk. So we look forward to hearing more research outcomes from you in the future. Thank you so much. So viewers, we hope that you found Professor Luk's insights into the impacts of digital innovation on municipal service enlightening. We hope that you continue exploring the possibilities that digital technology can hold, enhancing productivity and governance in your own context. Thank you for joining us today for the APO Productivity Talk series. Please don't forget to subscribe to the APO YouTube channel for more insightful discussions. Stay tuned, stay productive, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. Goodbye for now. Thank you.
Bye.